Hi everybody and welcome back to Blue Balance. My name's Noel. As you know, I'm a retired police inspector and I try to make a few little videos of experiences I've had over the years and my thoughts and feelings and how we can probably make things a little bit better for each other. Now, I was thinking about this today while I was out on my morning cycle, hence why I'm not doing a walk and talk today, because you need to budget your energy where you can. That'll be another video at another time. But I was thinking, you know, something to get up for is really, really important. Giving yourself a goal to get up for every single day. And this probably moves on ever so slightly from my what do you want video? Or the question where I asked, what do you want in life? How are you going to do it? So, every day can seem the same, can't it? It can seem like a never ending, monotonous hamster wheel. You're just running in the same place every time. And it was like, say, moving on from this what do you want video about setting goals, I was thinking about it as I was riding. So the ride was a bit difficult for me this morning, as normally is, because I'm a fat knacker. But it was like setting goals, like just keep yourself pedaling until you get to the next point, keep yourself pedaling until you get to the next point. Again, on that hamster wheel, revolving all the time. But I was thinking you need to have that purpose, you need to have that goal. So I'm setting myself that short-term goal of getting to this next part of the country lane or wherever it may be in order to make my way through to where I want to be, back home and put my bike away. And it's so easy just to lay in bed. It's so easy not to give yourself a purpose. So you've got to have something to get up for every day. And this links on to having a purpose or a goal. Now that will be very, very bespoke to you. Your goals will be completely different to my goals. And again, linking to, what do you want? It's knowing, having that goal. So I wanted to elaborate a little bit more on those goals. So those goals are going to be very, very personal. What are you going to want? So for me, obviously, I'm now retired from the police. So I need to find something to fill my days, because the days can be incredibly long if you don't. I do this YouTube. It's good fun for me. It's not a business. It's nothing like that. But it helps me keep my mind active, keep my body active, and keep engaged with other people. Now, you think about the rich people. Do they just go, right, that's it now, I've got a load of money, I can do whatever I want and then do nothing? No, you see many multi-millionaires and billionaires and captains of industry who get up every day and they grind. They do their work, whatever that may be, whatever industry they're in. They're actually out there doing something every day. That gives them the goal, the motivation to go. Now, you do need to balance that, obviously, with time for yourself, time for fun. So, setting that goal is really important. So, for you, what do you want? What do you want to achieve in a day, and how are you going to do it? So, for me now, I say it's very easy to stay in bed. I set myself the goal to get up pretty much when my wife gets up for work. She's still working at the moment. I will most likely be working again because, you can get incredibly bored when you've got loads of time on your hands. So you need to find them things to do. So you set yourself that routine. For me, my routine is at the moment, it's get up, go out, try and do some sort of exercise, vigorous exercise on the bike, get the cardiovascular going, get home, do a shower, maybe get something to eat. I'm currently on this fasting, so intermittent fasting to try and help knock that weight off, which again is one of my goals, short-term goals and longer-term goals. And then I'll get a few ideas down, jot them down. As you say, most of this is unscripted, I do have notes here and there to think about what I'm going to talk, so I don't go off on too much of a tangent like I am now. And then I'll do a few of these videos, and then I'll give myself a day of editing where I'm in the office, and then I'll get all these together. So you may see me in the same t-shirts where these videos are posted out periodically. I may record them in one day. I may record them over a week. I may record one every single day. It depends. Sometimes I'll do 2 or 3 in a day. So it's giving yourself that routine, that set of what you're going to do. Now, most of you out there will still be working, and I will be working again at some point when I find a role that suits my my abilities, my skill set, and also suits what I want for my own personal and spiritual and, mental health growth, and for my balance of that, all of that together. So when you're setting yourself them goals, as I wanted to elaborate on these things, is set yourself little milestones, as I said before, that you can achieve. So for me, out on the bike, it was like get to the next point, get to this next point, and get to a certain distance that I've covered, and small incremental increases in that distance in order to improve my fitness, improve my stamina, you know, burn off some more calories, that sort of thing. Hence, again, why I'm sitting down doing this, not walking today, because I've done that exercise and I don't want to overdo things because, again, overdoing stuff, you can get injured. Overdoing stuff in anything, can be detrimental at times. So you need to get yourself that routine. Think to yourself, right, what am I going to do on a day? Give yourself that something to get up for. Now, I know people, friends, family, acquaintances who find this incredibly difficult. Some have got complex needs, some are medical, some are mental ill health, some are grief or despair or whatever it may be. And you can find it really difficult to be sat in four walls all the time. So you need to be able to set that routine so you've got something going on a daily basis. Now, I've watched a YouTube video where this one particular influencer and businessman sets his day out in 15-minute blocks. Do you know what? I looked at that, I thought, actually, that's really good. I mean, I don't do that. I'm not that committed, shall we say, although I should be committed, many people say. But he sets his life into 15-minute blocks, like I'm going to work out for 1.5 hours. So he gets his 6 15-minute blocks, and that's there in his day, in his planner. And then, right, I'm going to do my emails from time to time. I'm going to then make my phone calls from this to this. I'm going to do my recordings from this to this. And that allows him then time to focus on what he needs to do on each particular one. And again, it's for you. You may find value in this, you may not. But again, it's like just giving yourself something every day to do, a daily routine, which is bespoke to you. Have something also to be proud of. Me, I'm wearing my Thin Blue Line t-shirt today. Yes, I know there's a lot of issues with the police service at the moment, and there always have been, and there always will be. But there are great people working in that organisation. I'm incredibly proud to support the police. I'm incredibly proud of the career that I had. I'm incredibly proud of the things that I've done. Could I have done more? Absolutely, everybody could. Are there people who would have been upset with some of the work I've done? More than likely, yes. Did I ever go in there with a bad intention? Absolutely not. I always try to do my best, and I take pride in that, and people can take me on my word or not. I can't change your opinion on that. So have pride in something that you've got. If you can't feel pride in anything at the moment, set yourself that goal. And when you've achieved it, you can be proud of that. You can be proud of yourself. A really important part, and this won't be an incredibly long video today because I'm, as I say, this is just a follow-up. But something for you all, you cannot look after other people if you don't look after yourself. Part of that is giving yourself the routine, in order to make sure that you are being your best self, that you are giving the best value to yourself so you can give that best value to others. You cannot operate if you're not, imagine an engine. If one of the spark plugs, the old cars, if one of the spark plugs isn't quite right, the engine's misfiring. It's not delivering the best that it possibly could. It's not, at its best state. So, you by giving yourself time to look after yourself and making sure that you're okay, you can then help other people. So, in really short summary of this video is giving yourself something to get up for in the day, giving yourself that routine. It could be something really minor. It will be so personal to you. Now, most people get up and go to work, and then they're like, that's their routine, and that's what they feel. But you need to also give yourself something in addition to that. You need that time to refresh your balance, refresh your energy, your power within yourself, yeah, your enthusiasm. So, anyway, that's just a silly old bloke prattling onto a camera again. Hopefully, you find some help in this, some use for this. I will link back to my other video, which was what do you want? The question where I asked, what do you want? I will try and put that up there if I can possibly work this out. Say I'm new to YouTube, I'm not a professional by any stretch of the imagination, but if not, at the very least, I'll leave a link to that video in the description of this one. But again, I wish you all well. God bless to everyone. I hope you found some value to this. Please like, subscribe, share. And again, you know, give yourself a little pat on the back, because you are worth, you know, whatever you want to be worth, and give yourself something to get up for. So again, God bless everyone. Bye-bye.